Parseltongue is an aspect of the Harry Potter series that has always fascinated me. On a very basic level, it is the language spoken in order to talk to snakes. On a deeper level, there seems to be a magical property to Parseltongue. You can't learn it, and for those that can speak it, they do so with no conscious effort. Furthermore, those that can speak it can also understand it as if it were normal speech. It is a magical language, with elements that can't really be explained. It doesn't work like any language that really exists. There are two prominent Parselmouths in the series, Harry Potter and Tom Riddle. Both were raised by Muggles, and in Harry's case this prevented him from learning of this ability until a year after becoming a wizard, despite using it on at least one occasion prior to this. Riddle, however, knew of his ability to speak to snakes from around the age of 10 or 11, that it was significant in some way, and that this made him unusual even for a wizard. It's an interesting window into the differences between Harry and Riddle, which begs another question. Why would Harry be so unperturbed by this ability, but Riddle be able to conclude that he was special? The answer is simple. Even as a child, Riddle was in search of anything that he could to gain the power that he so lusted. This ability in his mind was a step to further this goal. Harry, however, wasn't interested in anything other than living a normal life. He at first was uncomfortable with the attention he received after discovering he was a wizard, and isn't interested in anything that might make him different. In short, Harry and Riddle chose to believe what they wanted to be true. There is another rather confusing element to Parseltongue that has also never really been explained. While the ability to speak the language is something that is most likely genetic, it is apparently possible for pretty much anyone to imitate it. During the Battle of Hogwarts in Deathly Hallows, Ron imitates the Parseltongue he heard Harry speak earlier on in the book to open the Chamber of Secrets. Here's the extract that describes it in the book. "Where the hell have you been?" Harry shouted. "Chamber of Secrets," said Ron. "Chamber... what?" said Harry, coming to an unsteady halt before them. "It was Ron! All Ron's idea!" said Hermione breathlessly. "Wasn't it absolutely brilliant? There we were after you left, and I said to Ron, even if we find the other one, how are we going to get rid of it? We still haven't got rid of the cup. And then he thought of it. The basilisk. What the... Something to get rid of Horcruxes, said Ron simply. Harry's eyes dropped to the objects clutched in Ron and Hermione's arms. Great curved fangs torn, he now realised, from the skull of a dead basilisk. "But how did you get in there?" he asked, staring from the fangs to Ron. "You need to speak Parseltongue." "He did," whispered Hermione. "Show him, Ron." Ron made a horrible, strangled, hissing noise. "It's what you did to open the locket," he told Harry apologetically. "I had to have a few goes to get it right." He shrugged modestly. "But we got there in the end." "He was amazing," said Hermione. "Amazing." The key line here for me is, Ron made a horrible, strangled, hissing noise. We can conclude from that line that he isn't actually speaking Parseltongue. Since the events are told from Harry's point of view, if there were words, he would have understood them. So this is most likely just a phonetic recreation, and since Harry's ability to speak Parseltongue is based on magic rather than actual knowledge, he is limited to understanding snakes and other Parseltongue speakers. This again goes back to the strange magical properties Parseltongue has that makes it different from any real language. There has to be something inside you that enables you to make it happen. It's a lot like if a muggle were to grab a wand and yell, "Expelliarmus!" Nothing would happen because they just don't have that ability. There is still one thing about this that, for me at least, still doesn't quite make sense. Ron's imitation Parseltongue is successful at opening the Chamber of Secrets. You apparently don't need to speak Parseltongue to open the chamber at all. You only need to make Parseltongue-type sounds that sound close enough to the real thing. Granted, he admits it took a few goes, but it still worked. Why would Slytherin enchant the chamber like this? Wouldn't it have been more secure to enchant it so that you actually had to be a Parselmouth in order to open the chamber? I have a theory about why this is the case, though it depends on the chamber being conscious, so bear with me. Anyway, here it goes. While Slytherin may have known his ability to talk to snakes was rare, he may never have realised that his Parselmouth just sounded like a bunch of hissing to everyone else. Riddle may not have known this either. He doesn't seem like the kind of person that had that many friends growing up, and he would never have wanted to share this kind of information with anyone. So I think it's very possible that neither Slytherin or Riddle ever knew what they sounded like to other people. Hence, when Slytherin enchanted the entrance to the chamber, he told it something like, "Only open to a person that says..." and then he said, "Open up," in Parseltongue. From the chamber's perspective, he was telling it only to open when a person makes a bunch of hissing sounds. Therefore, Ron's hissing sounds were close enough to open the chamber. This still sounds kind of stupid though. Lord Voldemort was done in because of a misunderstanding between Slytherin and an inanimate object? That just doesn't seem right somehow. Let me know if you guys have any better theories on how this could work in the comments.